gentlemen, welcome once again to the Monday Night War Stories. And everything is mass chaos. WCW is in a world of hurt. The NWO running roughshod over everything. And the WWF exists as well. That's about how these podcasts have gone for the last
2 months?
2 months.
Oh, please, guys.
3.
I think since like March of this year.
This is true. But we have so much to get to for Nitro. Just so much to go over. The chaos, the glory, the splendor.
Joe always sounds so excited on these podcasts lately.
Mostly about Raw.
Yeah.
You know what can help ease that mood, make you feel better?
You just know.
The voice of a generation, the Onitoshi Jeff Mack.
I was going to say maybe if the Onitoshi pulled a Bischoff for the next couple of months and just streamrolled the events of Raw right at the beginning there so we can just ignore it.
Unfortunately, we've got one of the greatest heel turns in wrestling history that we're prompting for next week.
Wow, that's debatable.
It's outright lie,
Not to
but
mention, spoiler, Jesus Christ.
We're not even to this week yet, and he's already spoiling next week.
Well, we'll get to this week once we get to the Sheen Machine, Joseph Lessel.
I'm the artist formerly known as Sheen Machine. I'm the dashing one again.
He's turned his back. He went to an outdated, boring gimmick that glorifies an outdated, boring wrestler.
That being said, he switched from Lex and went back to Marty.
Ooh, wow.
No, I did not.
And we'll find more about that story from the Human Wrestling Database, Corey Mack.
To counter, I would say that Marty was capable of more than 2.5 stars.
Now the question is, are we going to get more than 2.5 stars out of this episode of Nitro from the Columbus Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia?
Hey, that happens to be Marty Jannetty's hometown.
Does it now?
Nope.
So, Joe, do you go visit there often? I mean, Jeff, I know you have a place over there, right? Is that where your second apartment is?
NWO sucks.
I have heard rumor that Mama Jannetty makes a mean top ramen.
Did she put the extra slices of pork in there?
Yes.
Nice. So, yes.
NWO sucks.
Sometimes she forgets the packet.
Let's get into Nitro. And we are the 9th of September.
Yep.
We are the week before Fall Brawl.
And you watch it with that NWO suck stuff where I will expose the truth.
That they suck?
Oh, the shooting. It might happen.
Yeah.
But we're going to start with our commentary team. Of course, Larry Zbysko, living legend, and Tony Schiavone.
Schiavone.
And basically, the whole thing is the NWO is now where the power lies.
Well, that's undisputable.
Because basically, WCW has no response. But hey, at least they have their 4 guys for War Games. We don't even know who the 4 guys are yet for the NWO.
It's strategic.
Which makes sense.
Not that hard to figure out, really. It's strategy.
We get a review of last week. Obviously, all the fun shenanigans that happened with Ted DiBiase.
I'm really mad they didn't show the Giant promo in full.
No, they did show him.
Maybe he got it off this time.
Maybe on
but
Saturday night.
It doesn't matter because the NWO sucks.
Yeah, we'll see about that. So, hold on. Like, anybody here think that maybe everybody in the ring wasn't clued into what was happening? Because Ming and the Taskmaster didn't seem to know how to react when he started chokeslamming their own guys.
Yeah, Ming was really off on his spot.
I would hope Sullivan knew about it since he's the booker, but
Ming just starts hitting people, and you don't question him.
Marty, not Marty, fuck you guys.
Sullivan.
I was going to say Matt Taskmaster. Sullivan probably booked it. He forgot it, though.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to book it tonight. Here we're going to do. Giant, you're going to turn on us. All right? He walks to that door. Mm-hmm. What the fuck's the plan for the night, guys?
I forgot.
Now, one thing I think we can all agree on for sure, probably not going to see Lex or Sting tonight because they should be in jail for stealing the cop car.
No.
I'm still waiting for Joe to come up with a plausible explanation on that one.
I do. They were chasing the scumbag Nick Patrick,
did.
And they heard a little thing over the radio going, "Hey, there's a girl missing."
But wait, weren't at that point they completely given up on Nick Patrick because he went nowhere near the limo?
Nope.
And we're going after Ted DiBiase?
What I saw was that they were chasing Nick Patrick.
It's funny. I saw Sting push down a cop.
Nope.
It's true. He had tactical
Get your glasses fixed, bro.
Well, maybe we can do that during our first match. Which brings us Pat Tanaka versus Super Callow.
Yeah.
I think this is the first for both of these guys.
Kind of.
Well, yeah.
Super Colo debuting here. How do I put this? He is the second level of luchadors. You've got your Conan, your Mysterio, your Psychosis, and even your La Parka. Hoovy.
Yeah.
That's the top tier they brought in. Super Colo, the tier below that. Still very talented. Very good wrestler, but not at that level. Coming in to bolster the Cruiserweight division and to challenge Ray Jr. for the Cruiserweight title at Fall Brawl. So it made sense to get him on Nitro here, get a win. People know who he is. And he's taking on Pat Tanaka.
Hang on. My thing is, how can you not tell that Super Callow is a second-rate luchador when his mask has a leather hat and glasses like sewn onto it?
Pretty badass, if you ask me.
Awesome.
But hey, taking on Pat Tanaka, who is debuting technically on Nitro.
As Pat Tanaka.
But back at the Great American Bash under a mask, wrestled as El Gato, losing to Conan for the U.S. title.
This is true. Mike Dinesh joins us for commentary for this match. Because, he does some stuff in the
Because
first hour.
somebody has to know what the moves are called.
Exactly.
Hurricanrino.
Callow gets some really good offense.
Whoa, you're forgetting the most important thing. Who marked out when the music hit?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, apparently, I thought Goldberg was coming out.
I marked out, I'm like, oh my god, Goldberg, is this his debut?
Like, wait, aren't we a bit early on this?
Only a year.
Then here comes Tanaka. I'm like, what the fucking who the fuck is this guy?
El Gato, to be perfectly honest.
A badass wrestler, to be honest. He's way underrated.
Callow gets that twisting springboard crossbody, then a twisting springboard shoulder block. Then they head to the outside where Callow hits that front flip senton to the outside. And it's here we cut to outside the arena. Mm-hmm. And there is a group of younger gentlemen.
Yeah.
All dressed in very interesting looking black t-shirts.
Pretty sweet looking black t-shirts.
I think I've seen one of these before.
Yeah.
I think I'm looking at one possibly. I don't know. I might pick one up myself. Those things are pretty stylish.
I mean, they are. They're incredibly stylish. They go with anything. And they're appropriate for any occasion.
If I ever seen one of those, I would wipe my ass with it.
That is uncalled for.
And they have large amounts of paper. Like boxes and reams of paper.
It's...
Apology notes, probably.
No, it's advertisement.
Well, that's a good way to put it.
For WCW?
What else would you put it, sir? Don't use the P word. I know you're thinking of the P word. Do not use the P word.
Hey, is there anything wrong with the P word?
Wait, which P word are we talking about again?
Propaganda.
Damn it. Well, these days it has such a negative connotation again, so I don't want to use it.
As a student of politics with a degree of political science, I actually enjoy a good amount of propaganda.
Yeah, a good amount, but then, like I said, the political climate, it kind of gets scary again.
This is very true.
Science!
Yeah.
Wait, I see some letters on those t-shirts. Do those say NWO?
Yes, we have brought out a stylish, beautiful shirt. Simple and to the point.
And given it to the newsies?
When I say we, I mean like the NWO itself has.
So, by the way, back to the plot.
The match.
Yes, Pat Tanaka, and it's that nice thrust kick, then a running crossbody, but gets two. Then when Callow goes for a running Frankensteiner, Tanaka counters it with that power bomb. Only gets, then he goes, that goes up top. Goes for a gut-wrench superplex. But things kind of went awry. And Callow just kind of lands on top of Tanaka and gets the three. Your winner, Super Callow.
I kind of think Callow didn't rotate as much as he needed to up in the air.
No, because that didn't look fun for anybody on that
It
crash.
was a little botchy.
Yeah.
But with that, we move on to the backstage.
I love this promo.
Where Mean Gene's with Rick Steiner.
I was going to win. I was going to beat you.
I had him. I was going to win.
I was going to win.
By the way, tonight, in a 1-on-1 contest, Rick Steiner versus Lex Luger.
You know my favorite part of this promo?
What was that?
Is that people like you won't understand because you guys didn't see it. Mm-hmm. This is a complete reenactment of a promo these two did 5 years earlier when Luger was the WCW champion. And Scott, again, was injured. And they just kind of built a real quick, 2-week thing between Rick and Luger that culminated at a Clash of the Champions. Is, I could beat you. Only there was, I could beat you. I can beat you. And Luger was like, come on. And then he goes and does beat him non-title. They completely redid it here.
He should be able to beat Lex because Lex should be in jail.
Yeah, it should be easy to beat a jail man.
No. So what happened was...
It's called accessory, Joe. Accessory.
Sting and Luger were chasing Nick Patrick past the cop car, and then they heard over the radio that there was a cat in the tree, and they decided they had to go get it. Help it out.
That is revisionist history at its finest, good sir.
I don't know what you're talking about. Same story as said in the beginning of the show.
But Lex is here.
No, it was a lost girl 5 minutes ago. That's a cat in the tree.
No.
But Lex is here.
Good.
He's like, isn't that fresh? You think you can win. Good luck out there, buddy.
In my notes I have, was Rick Steiner supposed to be an 8-year-old?
Well, I mean, the original gimmick was that he was, how do I put this?
Slow?
Yes, we'll say slow.
Okay.
They used a different word in 1988.
Joe Lessel?
Oh, wow.
Okay, Jeff.
Not quite, but...
And start with R?
Yes.
And end it with Ard?
Yes, it did, actually.
But anyways, enough of this.
I'll get you back, Jeff. I will get you.
Because the following announcement is paid for by the New World Order.
Oh, great. Get them off my screen.
You know those shirts?
They're kind of stylish.
They are real stylish.
But if only you could buy them.
Oh, but now you can.
And all the proceeds go to the Ric Flair Retirement Fund.
Well, he needs it.
The previous announcement was paid for by the New World Order. And we go back to commentary. We find out, by the way, Glacier premiered on Pro.
God damn it. We've been waiting 8 months now.
Not only did they debut him on the show nobody watches, but then they showed the entrance on Nitro, thus negating the need to ever have him debut on Nitro.
And yeah.
What the fuck?
This is so poorly done. It could have been even better. But that's okay because with this we go to tag team action. As the Nasty Boys take on the amazing French Canadians.
Yes.
Corey, I think I recognize these guys.
You should. Former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the Quebecers, Jacques Rougeau and Carl Ouellet, who Joe will famously know as Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Jean-Luc Picard?
Yeah, they're a Nitro now.
He got super fat.
It's not like he was ever in the best shape, but
he ballooned.
They are now the amazing French Canadians. Because, they can't be Mounties. And they can't have that amazing theme song.
Oh, I wish they could have that theme song. But no, instead we get, again, still everybody questioning the loyalty of the Nasty Boys.
Gee, I'm so tired of this.
And we get the Canadian national anthem.
Of course.
In French. Interrupted by the Nasty Boys.
Yeah, can I just say something right now?
Yes.
I'm tired of this going... let's make something perfectly clear. The Nasty Boys are not NWO material. I just want to leave that there.
Oh, yeah. Are you a spokesperson for the NWO?
I have opinions, sir.
Oh, okay. But you just know they're not NWO worthy.
I happen to know, yes, that they are not on the radar of the New World Order.
Huh, okay.
One thing we do know about the New World Order is that their youth division is now handing out flyers to everybody in the arena.
Are you telling me they have kids now involved?
They got the newsies.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Yeah.
An honest day's work. I happen to know Ted DiBiase pays very well.
That does help.
I mean,
he's got zillions
he's got
of
a
dollars.
reputation.
God, not the kids.
I mean, it worked for Virgil.
Oh, wow. Were the Newsies getting that fuck money?
Yeah, get that meat sauce, baby. Jacques hits Sags with the Canadian flag. And then Larry goes over and grabs a flyer. And then grabs a bunch of them and just throws them at fans randomly. And then he brings it over. And what does it say on the flyer?
Zbyszko low-key working for the NWO here? Passing out the paraphernalia?
I guess. You haven't seen bad, but it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Vague enough for everybody. With this, Ouellette used, what the hell did I have? Oh, that's what it was. I'm like, what the fuck is my notes say here? Because it was really weird, because the main thing was Jacques was getting a lot of offense in by using Ouellette as a weapon. He's just throwing him around. Back body drop, the assisted senton off the top twice was really nice. But then, eventually, Knobs hits Carl in the head with the Quebec flag. Sags covers and gets the 3. Your winner, the Nasty Boys.
That was cheating. I'm so tired of the Nasty Boys.
It's kind of run its course, hasn't it? But that's okay, because now you get a promo with them and Mean Gene.
Aye.
Who Gene thinks they just took on the Rougeau brothers.
Yeah, well... Gene back in 1988 WWF mode.
Don't worry.
A lot of them were on that tonight.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But basically, the Nasties are over as fuck with the crowd.
Well, Georgia.
They are WCW, and they want them belts. That's it.
You're lucky to even be getting a shot.
Watching this promo, Knobs are like, Harlem Heat, we're coming for you. And I thought he was going to drop an N-bomb. I'm like, oh, it's Hogan all over again.
Because if anybody in WCW would drop an N-bomb on TV, Brian Knobs is actually an excellent pick.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Nope.
We move on to our next match as Sergeant Pittman takes on Scott Flash Norton. Of course, Teddy Long with Pittman. This is a hold versus hold submission match.
I cannot believe that Pittman is still a thing this late. I kind of thought he was gone by now.
Nope. Now he's got Teddy Long on his side.
That'll help.
By the way, this is all to set up the submission match at Fall Brawl between Ice Train and Scott Norton.
Me thinks that doesn't look good for Ice Train.
Me thinks that don't look good for us to watch.
That too.
Joe,
Yeah.
I think you'll be happy with my notes for this match.
Okay.
So, eventually Norton lops on the arm bar for the win.
Thank you.
But Ice Train... So, Pittman's not going to tap. Teddy Long's like, please submit. He's like, no, I'm a man. And then Ice Train comes out. It's like, fuck you. Here's the towel. Throws the towel into in the match.
He Arnold Skollanded him.
In Joe's booking, I would have had him tap. You have to make Norton look strong.
I thought in Joe's booking it would have been a roll-up, even though it was submission match.
Submission, roll up into a submission.
Which makes about as much sense as the fact that this was the Pit Boys Power Pin of the Week.
Easy for you to say.
Yes. The Pet Boys Power Pin of the Week was an armbar submission.
I gotta say, I'm still in shock that how Pittman has fallen. I believe he was in my first ever match of the night.
Yep. Now
he's poop.
He is poop, and he is getting armbarred for the Power Pin of the Week.
Okay, now can we talk about what the fuck was what Ice Train was wearing?
I thought that was going to come up.
All right, Joe, please, as the fashion consultant of No Cell Entertainment.
Oh, you haven't done this in a while.
All right.
Please let us know about the attire of one Ice Train while he is not wrestling.
Ice Train was wearing a leather snapback, looked like a biker hat, with a a jean jacket vest, but on the back it's cut up and it has a mini backpack on top. What the fuck was that?
Wow.
Like the backpack is made into the vest.
That is called possibly the worst thing ever.
It's called Hog Wild.
That was Hog Wild. Speaking of Wild, let's get to our next promo, which we're in the back with Mean Gene, Lex, Flair, and Arn. And who is the person missing here?
I believe I don't know. Who's missing?
I believe that'd be Sting.
Oh, is he? How many times do you know that?
About 18 billion times they just ask where Sting is. Well, of course, we all know where he is. He's still in Tennessee in jail.
I know where he is.
No. Last week, him and Lex were chasing Nick Patrick past the cop car. They heard over the radio that there was a house on fire.
Why would you need a cop car for that?
They need them to get rid of all the people around the house. Come on, guys.
They are humanitarians of the highest.
I guess.
Come on.
But basically, Lex says Sting will be here. Don't worry. I heard he's going to be here. Everything's fine. This is when Mongo and Benoit come in, and they're all like, dude, obviously Sting's pussing out. Lex, you're probably not soon to follow.
I'm throwing shade at the boys.
They are. Where does it Mongo put it? The rats are jumping off the ship. And then, so Arn Anderson is the greatest promo in wrestling now, isn't he? I mean, holy shit, this month has been...
In all fairness, this is not a revelation.
No. But Arn, his dig at Hogan, the fact that he has more guts than Hogan has talent.
That's incorrect.
I think it's true, though.
That Arn has more guts than Hogan has talent?
No, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's 100% true.
True.
No. Hulk Hogan is the foundation, the bedrock of which wrestling is based upon.
So what?
Yeah, you heard what I said. It's not that simple.
No, it's not that simple at all, because that is a very odd statement.
Wrong.
So anyways...
Who paid for the house you're sitting in?
That's a very good question.
That's irrelevant to you, but that's what I'm saying is...
Luthez?
No.
Nick Bogwinkle?
That's professional wrestling. We're talking...
Linda Hogan?
Oh, she's a real bitch.
With this, we get a replay of DDP and the Guerreros.
Oh, I was going to say, I love the fact that during this argument between like the Horseman and Luger's like, remember guys, I was part of the Horseman.
They're like,
and it's like, wow, I'm like, wow, they're actually bringing that up.
It's true.
It's very true. We go to our next match, because you know what I get when I think of DDP and the Guerreros? Joe Gomez!
That youngster?
Hot young up-and-comer.
He's taking on Juventud Guerrera.
We're going to go Joe Gomez age for a minute. Do you know how old do you think Joe Gomez is right now?
Right now? Yeah. I have no idea.
Like 2017?
I would say he's in his 50s, right?
50s something?
Yeah, 50.
Okay.
Probably late 50s.
2017?
Yeah.
I'll give him credit. I'll say 51.
44.
What the fuck?
So he was young.
So he was young?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But he legit looks 40, but he's really 40-something now.
God damn, he must have had a hard life.
Really did.
That's some hard living right there.
By the way, today back out for...
That's some hard body, Joe Gomez.
Today back out for this one to call all those sick Joe Gomez moves.
More like those Hoovy moves.
Speaking of which,
Pretty sure Zabisco can call a hair flip.
One more thing.
Yes.
Hoovy's music. Whose music was that? Was it Eddie's?
The one this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it Eddie's?
Yeah, they kind of...
You can mix that in. Nobody's gonna pay attention.
Well, you see, they just saw the last name Guerrera, and they're like, oh, fuck, yeah.
Close enough.
Because I know last week Chavo used it.
Yep.
As for the match, Hoovy hits a springboard front flip drop kick. What the hell was that? It was awesome.
I mean, I've seen that 1,000 times by Andre.
Then springboard triangle head scissors tries to bring Joe Gomez back into the ring.
Yikes.
Tries. Eventually, though, Hoovy wins with the Hilo con plancha. He gets the 3.
This was an ugly match.
It really was.
Not pretty. I mean, there were a couple of moves by Hoovy that just defy all senses. That front flip dropkick, I'm still trying to figure out the physics behind it.
You can blame the racist scumbags working in WCW for just assuming Joe Gomez could work a lucha match with Juventud Guerrera.
Shit.
Well, he is a young upstart.
Well, luckily the ref in this match was never a problem.
Of course.
Because it was Nick Patrick.
Oh, that slumbat. Oh, that sleazeball.
So, he comes to the ramp, and he's getting interviewed by Gene, who is still a dick to Hoovy.
Right?
Yeah, get the fucking back, kid.
Hey, Paco. How's it going?
Then,
Taco.
was it Mean Gene tries to liken the situation with Nick Patrick to the OJ trial?
See what I mean?
Holy
He's
shit.
being persecuted by this bald little divot-headed oaf.
Nick says he's WCW all the way through, and if Mean Gene continues this, he's going to take him to court.
Well,
Yes, he should.
let's go over something for a minute. They show the highlights from last week about how Rick accidentally bumped Luger into him, and he called for the bell.
I will pose this again. Did he touch Nick Patrick?
Did Lex run into the ref?
Slightly. It was a tiny bump.
Was there a bump?
Was there contact?
The tiniest of bumps.
Oh, broke the rules. That's a DQ. Any rule book.
But
Joe, I understand where you're coming from. It was a very, very stringent call that probably could have been let aside, but
Nick Patrick's a bitch.
He probably would have let it go if people like Mean Gene weren't out there to persecute him.
Oh yeah.
his calls are being really scrutinized now. I guess he has to really call it straight down the line.
I have a question for you. Where's he getting all these new cars, new watches, a new house?
What does that have to do with anything?
Wait, wasn't his family long time in this business?
I mean, his dad is a very famous wrestler, and he's been in the business for 20 years almost.
Oh, okay.
He has some good investment planning, and you're probably doing set.
Yeah.
Okay, I got my eyes on this scumbag.
Man, I could use a good financial planner like he has. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, can't we all?
By
the way, I mean, calling him a scumbag, you're a stringent defender of a guy who stole a cup car last week.
Okay.
Two of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two guys.
First off, Sting and Luger were chasing it, Patrick past the cop car. They heard over the radio that there was a white Bronco on the freeway, and they thought, we should go help. And they were just doing what they had to do, guys. Okay?
So, anyways,
Deep down, Sting knew the glove fit, right? That's what's going on.
He knew it fit.
we go outside.
We planted it, but they knew it fit.
Wow, what?
Wow. Good job, Vermin. We head back outside the arena, and it appears that it is raining cats and dogs.
Yes.
It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's not raining men. All right.
That's odd.
It is raining flyers, though, on everybody's cars.
Well, it's not so much raining flyers as the NWO. I mean,
Fucking,
And this is actually Hogan, Giant, and the Outsiders.
well, see what happened.
Yeah.
They felt bad. Those kids, they're young kids. They can't be out in the rain.
Yeah?
So Hogan...
But they're graffitiing people's cars
Well, no, they're
with
putting paper on it. That's not graffiti. You can
That's
take
graffiti.
a piece of paper off a car.
But it's raining. It's gonna stick to the car. They're gonna peel the paper off. Paper's gonna get stuck.
What's the worst that can happen? They have a sweet logo on their car.
It's very true. I mean, it's
People spend a lot of money on those cars, and then this NWO.
I saw some of those cars. I beg to differ with that part.
Well, there is a limo there. There's a couple limos there.
Undoubtedly the NWO limo.
Hey, wait. Is that Ted outside the limo?
That was Trillionaire Ted talking. He's doing business.
Wait, who's he? He's talking to somebody in the limo.
Yeah.
Wonder who that is.
We'll see. But Hogan and the Outsiders did not want those kids to catch the death of cold. They sent them
But
inside.
they're wearing sleeveless shirts. And
They sent them inside for cocoa and refreshments. They put them up in a penthouse suite, undoubtedly, to enjoy the night's action.
That's really generous.
That's not. No, I don't believe that. Not one bit.
You know what I do believe in? The fact that Saturday Night still exists when we get a promo for that.
You know what I believe? Joe is a jaded man.
Nope.
Well,
I can see right through the NWO, and I can see right through Nick Patrick.
but can you see right through this next match?
I hope I can.
Because our next match, Rick Steiner versus Lex Luger. A very nice handshake to start off between the two gentlemen.
I'm really glad Luger's there. Did his job right last week.
Really nice technical start by Rick Steiner. Lots of good control out of the freestyle wrestling techniques. Not really Lex's game. We get a Steiner line but that only gets 2. And Pyro for hour 2.
Hey, why not?
We get to our new commentary team for the hour.
Did any of you guys notice when Lex flex, the facial reaction from the ref? He's like, oh God, what are you doing? He has a scared look on his face.
That was a little weird, I'm not gonna
lie. Rick hits that pick power slam, gets 2. Then an overhead release suplex gets 2 as well. But Lex fires right back up, hits the power slam. But all of a sudden, somebody runs down ringside. It's Nick Patrick.
What is that? What is he doing?
He's trying to help.
He's calling for Lex.
Is he now?
Saying, you've got to follow me. There's something going on outside. And it has to do with the NWO and Sting. So that Lex, of course, thinking his friend's in peril, runs after him. They run to the back, and we see Ted's talking to somebody still in the limo. And when Lex gets out there, he confronts DiBiase. He yells at him, what's going on? And then, from behind, Lex is attacked.
Or you can hear the voice.
Yes, you can.
When they were talking with Ted.
Yes, you can. What's that voice?
It sounds really familiar. I just couldn't put my ear onto it.
Okay, Gene.
I'm pretty sure that's Sting.
No, it's not. Can't be Sting.
Sounds a lot like Sting.
It's not Sting.
I mean, it kind of sounds
I don't think it is.
produced,
No.
but I mean, it still sounds like Sting.
I think it's produced.
Well, here's the problem, because Lex, after confronting Ted, gets attacked from behind by Sting.
What? No. That's not Sting. That's not Sting.
That looks like Sting's kick to me.
That's not Sting.
That looks like Sting's punches to me.
No, that's not Sting.
Oh, here's the rest of the NWO to join him, and they, as a group,
oh my God,
beat down Lex in the pouring down rain outside.
What is happening?
This image is fucking beautiful.
This is a thing of beauty.
One
of the endearing images of my childhood.
Okay, Corey, got a question for you, buddy.
Yeah, what's up?
What do you call what the NWO is doing to Lex? They're jumping him right now. Why does he deserve that?
Because he stole a cop car?
He didn't steal a cop car. Him and Sting were chasing Nick Patrick, and they ran right past the cop car. And over the radio, they heard that there was a robbery going on at a donut store, and they had to go save the donuts.
Good story. Here, I could pull a Joe and say that, oh, well, what happened was Luger came outside and pulled a switchblade on Trillionaire Ted for some money.
Would never do that.
But no, that wouldn't be true. What happened is that Luger came outside and he was confrontational. He was threatening. Ted's a retired worker. He can't wrestle anymore. Hogan and Giant saw this and thought, no, you're not going to hurt our buddy. And they attacked the shit out of him.
Oh, they attack him. What does Ted do?
Kick him.
Exactly. He's a retired guy. He shouldn't be kicking him.
That's like the chauffeur holding up Lex so DiBiase could get a couple more shots in. And then Lex throws the chauffeur about 500 feet.
Yeah, he does. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie there.
Ted becomes Usain Bolt and just guns it through the just takes off running. The other limo takes off with the rest of the members of the NWO. Lex is left pondering what has happened. We cut back to commentary, and they are stunned. They have just the look of complete defeat on their face. They don't know what to make of what's going on here. We get a review of last week, and this time commentary is not a part of this. It's actually a pre-produced with Shivani doing the voice work over the top. And again, going over what happened last week. One little piece that wasn't seen last week, but we see here, is the Dungeon of Doom after the attack last week, after the Giant turned, and after the streak of yellow was painted on the back of Macho, Macho was helped to the back by the Dungeon of Doom in a unifying piece for the WCW. A very interesting look. I liked it. We get a replay of what just happened in the parking lot, in case you forgot what happened 5 minutes ago.
NWO jumping Lex for no reason.
I think you're downplaying the Sting part.
Sting has turned on him.
So I don't even want to say that.
Wait.
I don't believe it. They were saving lives last week, and Sting is now betraying him? What?
I will say, though, I mean, he looks like he's put on a couple pounds.
Who?
Sting.
Yeah, it's all those, at once, after they saved the donuts, the guy was like, hey, you guys can each have 2 dozens. Each.
I was going to say it's the jacket, because that jacket, was on point.
That jacket was
huge. But anyways, oh God, how are we going to follow this? I mean, the NWO is, again, just killed any forward momentum by WCW. Oh, the following announcement is paid for by the New World Order.
Again?
It's it's that shirt promo again. And it's magnificent. And with that, we go back to the outside, where the entire WCW locker room at this point, basically, is searching the parking lot for DiBiase and searching the remaining limo to see, what's there, what if they've left anybody or any signs. And all they find in there is spray paint. We cut back to commentary, and Tenay basically is questioning the leadership of the WCW locker room, which is the same thing that Tony Schiavone and Larry Zbyszko had been questioning earlier in the day.
I love this part, though.
And Eric Bischoff's like, where the fuck do you get off, newbie, questioning WCW leadership?
You've been here for a cup of coffee.
Well, it's like, wait, isn't that the same thing the guys in the first hour were just parodying over and over again?
Well, they've been here for a whole, a whole pot of coffee.
Yeah.
So it's allowed.
I feel bad for the fans. Because at this point, time, there's no Titantron, there's no, monitors or anything. They're just waiting there for like 5-10 minutes. Like, all right, who's coming out next?
Well, this is the same thing we put over with that Orlando show where there was the attack by an NWO.
But notice they don't seem to mind. Now, granted, the Orlando one they did because that went on for like 40 minutes. But I mean, this 10-minute stretch, like back in the day, they didn't seem to care. Also, they get a nice little fix next when we get the Cruiserweight title match. As Rey Mysterio Jr. takes on Billy Kidman. Okay, I can get behind this.
Anybody know what's with the bandage?
On the stomach?
On the stomach?
I'm going to say tat.
Ray's?
I'm guessing it's a tattoo.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
By the way, we get another handshake here. What the hell is this, ROH?
What's that?
Like, honestly, I do not remember Billy Kidman being a thing this early.
Me too.
I don't.
I see him in like a year or so.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he's not much of a thing here.
But still, I don't even remember him getting this TV time.
He's had like 5 matches so far. I only remember him like, from, the future.
Yeah.
Well, with this, Ray with that nice head scissors takes both guys to the outside. Then he hits like a reverse Hurricane Rana coming from behind.
Oh, sick.
Oh, that was really nice. Get back in. We get the springboard back in, but he hits a drop kick from Billy Kidman. Eventually, though, Ray hits a springboard front flip senton, rolls up Kidman for the 1-2-3. Your winner and still Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Mysterio Jr.
I thought this was a fun, quick match.
It was quick.
That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, it
kind
was
of a
fun.
fun, quick,
Let's say it's
if they gave it like 5 more minutes, I think it would have been like, holy crap, that'd been awesome. But
well, I think the main thing here is to
get over.
you have to get the crowd back into it.
I mean, like, I would have been fine if they took 5 minutes away from the Nasty Boys and gave it to this match.
Yes. Yeah. But that's okay because it's time for our next match, in which the Faces of Fear take on Public Enemy.
There we go.
Jimmy Hart, of course, out with the Faces of Fear. Public Enemy out with their table. They set it up in the entrance ramp this time, though.
Here's 4 guys who are just going to pound the shit out of each other.
Oh, this is a Pier 6 brawl.
Yeah.
Barbarian tries to catch Rocco Rock off a springboard. Tries being the optimal term. Kind of drops him, but he picks him back up. Then the Leprechaun shows up. He chases Jimmy Hart around the ring a little bit. Then he just leaves.
I was like, Bob, who the hell is this guy?
But here is where we get interesting. It cuts from the match to the back, where Mean Gene's with the Horseman and Lex, and Arn's in fucking shock. what the hell? There's been one constant in WCW, and that's Sting. And now, I don't even know what to do. Lex is like, my best friend just turned on me. I know where he lives. I know where he works out. I'm going hunting. And then Flair, kind of can't remember which guy's Mongo and which guy's Benoit.
I noticed that too.
Then we go back to the match where Barbarian hits a super overhead suplex on Rocco Rock. Then Ming hits the pile driver on Rock. Kind of breaks down a little bit more. Rock hits a double bulldog on the Faces of Fear. Then spills out to the outside. Rocco Rock gets put on the table. That's out on the entryway. Barbarian goes up. He's going to do the flying headbutt. But Rocco Rock moves off the table, and Barbarian just goes right through. That was a nasty spot. They set up another table in the ring. They put Ming on it, and Rock hits the moonsault. This appears just to anger Ming.
Mm-hmm.
As Ming, who is now angry, bad for everybody, beats the shit out of Grunge for like 30 seconds, then puts on the tongue and death grip until he basically submits.
Haku no-sells the table spot.
Oh, thanks, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby kind of during the replay called Ming Haku.
I like how Eric has to go on air and be like, oh yeah, so he was inadvertently called something from a name he used in a previous organization.
But he has no ties to them anymore.
But like, here's the thing. Once he says that, like, Bobby says nothing.
Yeah. Well, even if Bobby says Haku, he realizes his mistake and kind of clams up there during the rest of the replay.
Yeah.
We then cut to the Dungeon of Doom, who's with Mean Gene. And, wait, Max Muscle's still a thing?
Oh yeah. Well, this is a ragtag bunch of fucks, isn't it?
Wait, when did Conan join the Dungeon?
Apparently this past week.
And when did Conan change his accent?
Right?
He is very East LA now.
He used to be a Cuban by way of Mexico. Now he's an extra in a Cheech and Chong movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, Bubba still wants Glacier.
I still think that's an odd-ass first match for Glacier.
It is.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I love this. Like, I love this promo because it's like Taskmaster and all them like going like, Hogan, we're gonna kick your ass. Bubba, fuck the NWO. I want Glacier.
He's got his eyes on the prize, okay?
Speaking of prizes, you know what a prize is for such a good show?
What?
The following announcement is paid for by the New World Order.
Again?
Third time, but hey, it's a different one this time. This one is basically DiBiase being fucking amazing on the mic.
Wasn't he?
Holy crap, this might be one of my favorite DiBiase promos of all time. This was such a good damn promo by him.
Oh, it was great.
And once again, I would say I'll give props to Hogan because he's mellow. He's his
really
brother.
mellowing down now.
It's just his mellow version. I'm like, that is the cooler Hollywood Hogan, not.
Oh, I'll take Hollywood over Hulk any day of the week.
Yeah, but it's just like the promo wise is the cool, calm, and so what you gonna do, brother, when those type say your prayers and stuff.
Notice they do this promo inside of the cage to put over War Games. And they put forward their demands if they win.
Yeah.
Their demands are their own segment on Nitro every week.
That's fair.
And a tag team tournament.
WCW does not negotiate with terrorists.
You will negotiate with the NWO, though.
You obviously were not in the contract negotiations for any of these guys.
I should have been.
Yeah.
Also, the previous announcement was paid for by the New World Order.
Damn it, I was going to keep talking.
They deserve all those and more. I mean,
in what way?
Well, they already have the
if they're going to keep winning.
But I'll say there has to be something on stake here. So, okay.
So if WCW wins, NWO has to get the hell out of here.
I think that's kind of the whole point.
I hope, because I know, we're going to win.
Did you just lose your fourth guy?
We have all the talent in the world. Joe Gomez.
Jim Powers.
The
Disco Inferno.
Alex Wright.
# push Alex Wright.
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
By the way, let's put over
Chonan.
John Tenta.
Speaking of which, after the Fall Bowl promo, we get our main event of the evening, which is John Tenta versus the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Now I said I don't remember Kidman being a thing this early.
Yeah.
I also don't remember Tenta being a thing this late.
Same with half of Tenta's hair.
Yep.
Since he still hasn't cut it.
Still, it's still a thing. Macho just rushes the ring, but it doesn't do anything as Tenta still gets the early advantage. We get the public apology from Eric Bischoff on Heenan's goof. And, hey, Tenta still has a dropkick, which is impressive. Then, they go to the outside.
Wait, one more thing, sorry.
Yeah.
John Tenta's music. Was it Psychosis? Or
yes.
Was it, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking Psychosis or a later part of Jericho's theme.
Oh, no, it was Jericho. You're right.
Like,
here's the funny part, okay? To me, anyway. You're right. It was the Jericho heel theme from 98, 99.
Yeah.
However, that is the theme they edit out on the network for Jericho. But yet it's okay for Tenta to use it.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, because it's just like, I know this music. I have this music. Whose is it? And I'm like, is it Psychosis or is it like a Jericho?
It's
Jericho.
So we go to the outside. And 2 men are fighting on the outside. Macho grabs a chair and just starts beating the shit out of Tenta with a chair.
How are those not?
Which is not a disqualification as long as it's on the outside.
Did you mention that this is part of the solid to the Dungeon of Doom last week?
Oh, yeah, I did not mention that. That Taskmaster put over in that promo that to pay back the dungeon for their help last week, take out Tenta and then take out the Giant. You know, just small little things to take care of.
Yeah, no big deal. I mean, I could see him doing Tenta. I don't see any way he can beat someone as awesome and intimidating and gifted athletically as the NWO's Giant.
Well, if he can use chair shots without being disqualified, that kind of helps.
Yeah, was Nick Patrick the ref for this match?
No.
Oh, really? So rampant cheating with a blunt object, and you're not going to say a thing about.
By the way, the ref's looking dead on at him as he's doing it too.
I think what happened during this was the ref's contact might have fell out and he was looking for, couldn't see.
Holy Jesse Ventura. My God.
Then go back in, elbow drop, and then holla, holla, holla. Here comes Teddy Long.
The fuck is he doing out here?
Is he going to make it a tag match? Nope. He yells at Macho that the NWO is back. And that they're back in the parking lot. So Macho takes off with him. By the way, John Tenta just beat the Macho Man.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Hey, that's okay. Lex lost to Rick Steiner too. All of those by countouts. We go to the outside, and the NWO just gets back in their limo and leaves. They leave the same limo as before. Okay. And so the locker room arrives. The entire locker room, it appears. And they get the spray paint out of that second limo. They try to use it now to spray paint the NWO's limo. I'm pretty sure that thing was rented, so that's kind of a dick move. And they try spray painting it. What's the problem right now with the weather and spray paint?
Idiots.
It's raining very hard. The car is very wet. And that spray paint ain't sticking to shit.
This is the competition for the NWO and War Games. I'm feeling pretty confident for the New World Order.
You haven't seen anything yet, buddy.
This is not going well. That's okay. We come back to commentary, and Heenan preaches unity. The WCW must come together. And then the Horsemen join commentary.
The Horsemen.
The Horsemen. And Arn... Oh, fuck this promo by Arn.
Can you fuck a promo?
I'm about to say, he made love to the microphone, it seems, on this one.
Ooh, hell.
He sees what Hogan was all about now. Mm-hmm. He's wanted to be a horseman for years.
Laughable.
And you know what? He never could because he wasn't that guy.
Hollywood couldn't.
So he's created his own. He's created his own team. But the big thing is the shock is still Sting, because the reason why the Horsemen could be the Horsemen is because Sting was the counterbalance.
Yep.
They could do whatever the fuck they want because Sting was always the counterbalance of good to their evil. It's the same with why Lex Luthor never wanted Superman dead. He needed a counterbalance so
Joker,
he could do
Batman.
it. Exactly. They never wanted their opponent dead.
Abbott Costello.
It's not the same thing.
What? No? No. Wait. No?
No.
Hall and Oates?
Huh?
No.
You were doing so well.
But anyways, you need a counterbalance, or else nothing will work. Chaos will reign, and there's nothing to have take over.
Oh my god! I mean, I need to respond to this, but I mean, I have to get a shovel first. I mean, holy fuck! First of all, and I can't stress this enough. You're right. Hogan couldn't cut it as a Horseman because that would involve taking a massive pay cut and going to inferior competition.
So, Hogan is just ripping off the Horsemen with his NWO.
Yeah.
No, because the Horsemen never played superior mind games and just fucked the entire company sideways.
Because they knew that that would lead to ruin. There's only so much you can do. They were looking the long game. The Horsemen can always reign as long as WCW still stands. Where the NWO, I think they're short-sighted here because they'll ruin the company and then there's nothing left to ruin and then it's done.
In all fairness, wasn't that their mission statement from the first week?
Yeah, I'm saying it's not a good mission statement. Then Boogie gets on the microphone. And Philadelphia Boogie, he sees one person as the problem here. Eric Bischoff. Because of his short-sightedness, he kept them back in the locker room all night instead of out there looking for the NWO. Instead of out here fighting the NWO. And during this entire time, Bischoff's trying to talk.
I think Bischoff is admittedly doing the best he can.
Well, he's trying to confess his sins the entire time.
He's trying to be a giant last week, but they keep interrupting him.
Because he's trying to talk about how it was a mistake to bring in Hogan. And it was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
With the NWO.
Yeah, it was a mistake to bring in the guy that brought us to the number one position in wrestling.
It was a
they
mistake.
got us this Monday night primetime show. That was a huge mistake.
According to him, it was.
We should have still been making Georgia for Starrcade instead of a Nitro. We should be happy with Saturday night on TBS after the Braves game.
You should be.
8:05 Eastern. 5:05 Pacific. And that's kind of how you end the show. The WCW is completely at a loss.
Well, they are a house divided.
And, oh shit, that's right, War Games is this Sunday.
Does not look good for WCW, which I hope they can come back, because, I mean, we're all in this together.
WCW?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all together. We're more of a...
Just saying.
Will you stop?
We're more of a team than your NWO is.
No, not at the time. They're the ones with leadership.
Yeah, you have no idea how much leadership.
Speaking of sinking ships...
I mean, let's go to Raw.
Let's go to Raw.
Do we have to?
I'm glad that you completely missed that.
Because we're still in Wheeling, West Virginia.
I got it. This whole Nick Patrick thing again.
No, it has nothing to do with Nick Patrick.
You can use him on Nitro, on Raw, possibly.
No, he would have improved it.
We had our intro. Basically setting up our IC title tournament first round match against Farouk and Savio.
Can I ask you a quick question about Raw?
Yeah.
What do Shawn Michaels, Mankind, and Goldust all have in common?
They're all currently feuding with The Undertaker?
The only three people on the Raw roster who could cut a better promo than Nick Patrick.
Woo!
You're going to defend your Taker on that one? Or
Nope.
Okay.
Not at this point. By the way, Taker is in action tonight. But let's go ahead and get to our opening match as Farouk with Sonny. Whoa, Sonny tonight.
Ooh, whoa.
Taking on
Sunny days are ahead.
Jesus.
It's taking on Savio Vega in the IC title tournament first round. I guess Savio is friends with Ahmed? Yeah. Okay. That's why this is personal? Oh, by the way, this match is... it's long.
It's too long.
I love how Farouk catches Vega on a crossbody and throws him at Sonny.
Right?
What the fuck?
I mean,
trying to take out your own manager?
I mean, that's not... I mean, she was looking fine.
Oh, that's Sunny Cam? Where she's against the mat and that's...
Yeah.
Savio hit a spring kick, got 2. Farouk got a spine buster for 2. Then, okay, they go to the reverse chin lock with the rope assist by Farouk, and Sonny's holding the feet on the ropes to get the extra leverage. They do that for 3 minutes, then they go away from it. Mm-hmm. Then they come back to the spot for another couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's what this match needed. Repeated spots of reverse chin locks on the ground.
What's rule number 1, Corey?
Don't repeat the spot.
Yeah, don't repeat the spot. I was thinking for this match, don't book this match was rule number 1.
Eventually,
they broke it.
Yeah. Eventually, Farouk wins with the Dominator. 1, 2, 3. Because this here is what you call domination.
I do like that move.
It is a good move. Then Sonny gets on the mic and cuts a promo saying, "Oh, hey, 1 down. Next, all we got to do now is run right through Psycho Sid." Then Sid comes out.
Well, that'll be easy enough.
To say hi to his opponent in the second round. Or I guess it's the semifinals. It's only an 8-man tournament. And then, okay, after the stare down, we cut to footage from Action Zone, in which various WWF superstars send messages to Ahmed Johnson.
I also forgot the Action Zone was, I think, this late.
Some of them are sending well wishes, guys like Savio and Sid.
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin is great. Yeah. I hope you get better so I can fuck over your other kidney.
Yeah.
The Godwins. Happy birthday. No. Tell them get well.
King.
Get well.
I heard you need a kidney transplant. It's coming from Jake the Snake Roberts.
So we watched. I'd watch it before we filmed this, and Zen watched it with us, and he's like, "Did Lawler and Jake the Snake hate each other at this time
in real life?"
In real life,
I think Jake was not a fan of the constant
needling,
stiff shots. We'll call them. Mm-hmm. No, I think if history has taught us anything, Jake was a fan of the constant needling.
Also, the stiff shots, if you know what I mean. We get our promo for Mind Games, and then we get our our in-ring promo with HBK, Jose Lothario, and Carlos Cabrera.
Spanish Vince.
Yeah, what was that about? I'm like, why the fuck is Carlos Cabrera doing this?
And why is he dressed like Vince?
And why did Sean detest him?
Not a fan.
I mean, you could just tell.
Well, then you had... Okay, so basically the whole thing here is we're getting Cornette versus Lothario at Mind Games.
Oh, God.
And then somebody got the stupid idea to give Super Sock the mic. Not that Cabrera was controlling the mic. Lothario takes it out of his hands and starts cutting a promo. Which is, then he just goes straight to Spanish, which we had to have Zen translate.
He's going to kill you.
He's going to kill you like nobody has before.
And I love the fact that Jose always gets the mic, and then every time he's on the mic, they pull it away from him.
Yeah.
Every time.
Then Sean gets the stick, and he knows he has more guts than brains.
Yeah.
And that's going to help him against Mankind at War Games. Or Mind Games.
Better.
War Games, too.
It would help if it was War Games. And he's going to make sure that Mankind knows that he's his daddy. And more on Joe's favorite issue of Playgirl.
Yeah, they're really pumping that.
It's framed.
We got a promo for WWF Livewire. Because they have a live show.
Because, yes, once upon a time, Vince McMahon even tried to script the shoot business.
Doing a Saturday morning call-in show.
Because why wouldn't he?
I believe Vinny Rue was on that show.
Meltzer's doing it all wrong. He's actually getting legitimate. You just make it up. Write it yourself.
We get to our next match is T.L. Hopper is taking on the Stalker.
Here we go.
The who?
The Stalker.
He's debuting really quick.
Right?
Last week was a coming soon. And now this week he's on the show. He's been here. He got here quicker than Glacier has.
What about Emelina?
Still waiting.
Still waiting.
Hopefully next week.
No.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
By the way, Raw brought to you by Hunter Grant by Nestle.
There you go. I forgot that was a thing.
King says that JR's packed a few of those away.
You tell.
We get a promo from Pillman and Owen during this.
In my notes, I have who gives a crap about this new this match with this new talent. Let's just do full screen, half screen. Owen Hart and Pillman.
Basically, just saying everything Pillman said was last week was correct. They're on the same page, and we know what Brett's going to say at Mind Games, and you got to look forward to that.
Brian Pillman is such a great man. He brought together such a fractured relationship between two brothers who do love each other so much.
Stu and Helen are just so happy now.
Brian Pillman deserves a Nobel Prize.
You would think so. We get a nice gut-rich suplex by the Stalker. That gets 2.
Have we run through this Stalker?
We did last week.
I briefly explained it. It's Barry Windham.
Okay.
Yeah. Quick question. Finish and I'll ask you.
Okay. At this point, we hear JR grab a piece of paper and start to read a public apology. He has to read a public apology because he broke the news about Diesel and Razor returning too soon, and because of that, it has caused a snag in negotiations. He apologizes for this to the WWF and to its fans.
He should apologize for the made-up news that's not real and is not happening.
No.
And he's sticking by his sources and by what he said, and they will be there shortly. It's just there's a snag in negotiations. More on that later tonight.
Well, I mean, I'm confused because my contacts, and they're very reliable, and very close to the situation, can bear out that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash are not returning.
I don't know that. I think you're wrong on that one.
It's
JR
said it. He's got a hotline.
He's reliable.
I've got closer contacts than he does.
You tell your buddy Dave.
Oh, no. I had to call my buddy Kev. My buddy Kev and Scott.
What's his last name?
I can't inform you of that.
He's got to protect his sources, damn it.
Yeah, I gave you too much already. But
Wait, what was his buddy name?
His buddy?
Yeah.
Scott.
Diesel and Razor are returning.
No, they're not.
You sure? Big Daddy Cool Diesel, the bad guy Razor Ramon are not returning to Raw.
No, but see, we're smarter than Jim Ross, and we figured out a way to use it to our advantage. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
So your buddy Kevin.
Whoa!
Kev.
Who's Kevin?
I don't know.
Who's Kevin?
Sorry, Kev.
Yeah, okay.
And his friend Scott.
Yes, because there's no way to abbreviate that.
By the way, Stalker hit a superplex and won the match.
Who cares?
Okay. Back to Kevin Scott for a minute. No. Stalker. Do you think they should have just said, hey, this is Barry Windham to maybe get more pub?
Hell yes.
How long until he's just going by Barry Windham? A month?
Probably, yeah. By Survivor Series, he's the Stalker Barry Windham without the stupid camouflage paint.
But why just go, why just have him be the Stalker? I understand the whole formula of WWF and E. Vince McMahon has to create the character.
Ding, 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 ding.
But instead of going, hey, we have Barry Windham who's known for a while now. Let's just put camo paint on him.
Speaking of which, we have other characters created by Vince. And we get into reviews of the whole thing between Mr. Perfect, Triple H, and women. And then a review of Mark Henry and the King. We all went over that on last week's.
I like the fact that Triple H still hasn't got
Monday
TV
Night
time
Wars.
yet. Even in these fake montages, he's on it for maybe 10 seconds.
It's the women. They're the stars.
But it's time to get to the next match.
Do we have to?
As Freddie Joe Floyd takes on Crush.
Jeff, give me one of my favorite match moments of just it's over.
Well, it was a squash. Mason was on commentary for a little bit. There was a heart punch. He won.
No, a squash would indicate that it was somewhat fast.
2.5 minutes.
This was 2.5 minutes?
I remember right.
Really?
You're full of shit.
This is actually this is the shortest match on the entire show.
You are
What?
full of shit.
Get out of here.
Let me see if I have the time frames on me.
That is wrong.
This was at least 7 minutes.
Are those alternative facts?
2 minutes and 41 seconds. It's the shortest match on the entire show.
Holy crap.
That thing felt like 7 minutes of torture.
Nope, it is.
That felt like an Iron Man match.
So let me get this straight. Crush is so boring that a 250 squash match from him feels like a good 10-minute burst from anyone else.
Let me give you this. The Stalker match was 3.5 minutes. The IC Tourney match, the first match, was 13.5 minutes.
The Stalker match and this match felt like 10 minutes each.
Yeah.
The main event doesn't even go 10.
Well,
It felt 10.
It goes 9:55 in the main event.
Oh, come on.
Get out of here.
Will you stop?
The one thing I did stop and skip completely here was the replay of the Backwing Chic promo from Friday.
Not a fan, huh?
No, were you?
No.
Well, when they're going to go after the WWF title,
How many W's did you put in there?
about 6.
Because they both think it's still 1978.
We also get our promo for WWF Superstars, their season premiere.
Coming to USA?
Yep. And then we get to our main event as The Undertaker takes on the undefeated Salvatore Sincere. Who?
Shut the fuck up right now. Salvatore Sincere.
Okay, Corey, tell us who the fuck this guy is.
Tom Brandy.
Who?
Northeast Jobber.
Okay.
And
Who's undefeated.
Somewhat. Yeah, I think he's had like 2 matches on
probably
Superstars. And overall waste of. Overall Northeast talent who had a short drink of coffee in WCW as Johnny Gunn, the tag team partner of the Z-Man, when they tried to make them a blowjob babyface tag team.
Who the fuck tried to do that?
Does he have any relation to Billy or Bart?
No.
Okay.
He's a complete jobber. This is a terrible gimmick.
He likes
from a summer of terrible gimmicks in the WWF. This is one of the worst.
By the way, the one thing you should all be thankful for, pissed off Taker entrance.
Yeah, right.
Takes like 5 seconds.
That one I did like. Well, he had to speed it up because Crush took 38 minutes on that match.
Taker with that.
Actually, it's 39.
Taker's just pissed off. 2-handed choke tosses his ass. But hey, since
he tossed his ass.
Tossed his ass.
All right. I missed that part.
Jeff's Thursday nights with the gentleman.
This got weird.
I have no idea what that is.
You toss ass, Jeff.
No, I do not toss ass. I have a very nice ass. I don't have to toss it around.
You toss other men's ass.
Why would I toss another man's ass? I don't throw people. I'm not a wrestler.
Hey, whatever you do on Thursday nights, man. It's your own
Is
night.
that you and Big Damo on the casting couch?
No,
That's Friday nights.
Corey and Big Damo.
That's right.
Fan Fred.
I'm staying out of this terrible exchange.
It's on the website.
Anyways, Sincere with a nice side Russian leg sweep. Gets
I
two.
thought we were done this match.
We definitely get the Goldust and Marlena promo.
Where she's quoting movies.
And he did in the get well soon type thing.
Oh, they did the
Ahmed.
Yeah, they did the fava beans and the nice Chianti. This one was Goodfellas, if I remember right?
It was.
Yep.
Untouchables.
And I kind of like the idea that they're kind of going back to the movie-ish promo of they're saying the lines to the movies now. They went away from that.
I'll say, gotta set up that final curtain match against Taker. Taker with a belly-to-belly suplex. I don't know if I've ever seen him do that before. Sincere hit a power slam. Taker, though, we all know how this was going to end. Flying clothesline, choke slam, tombstone, 1, 2, 3. Your winner, The Undertaker.
I hated this match.
It was kind of shit.
For a fucking jobber, Sincere got way too much fucking offense.
He was undefeated. He was. And that's the end of Raw. So, well, it's painfully obvious what the better show was here, as Nitro, for the umpteenth time, wrecked Raw's shit.
Yes.
But how badly did they beat him in the ratings this time?
So last week the ratings didn't count, just because different days.
Oh yeah, we actually had like 2 weeks where the ratings haven't mattered.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
the ratings haven't been head to head.
It didn't matter to Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's been just the number's been astronomical for Nitro.
this week for Raw, it had a 2.4.
Okay.
And for WCW, got a 3.7.
Now, what did WCW had the week before?
I believe
Wasn't it like a 4?
it was like 4s. Like the past 2 weeks, they got 4s. Like
So a
4.1.
a little bit of a decline with the return of Raw to the same night.
If you're Vince McMahon,
That's
not
a win.
Not a big enough decline. No.
Oh no,
really.
it was still over a 1 point win, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
No, I'm saying it's a win just because of the fact
No,
they got some viewers.
No, I'm saying it was over 1 point.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a win for McMahon. You're thinking, oh, we came back and they almost. I mean, they're not too far away from that 4 even with us being on.
Yeah.
You know what else they might win? The award show. Haku.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with match of the night. This is a difficult one. As there was a lot of weird stuff going on Nitro, and, well, let's face it, WWF was kind of shite.
Yeah. I'm going to go Ray and Billy Kidman. It was just fun, quick
match?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Faces of Fear versus Public Enemy. For what parts you got to see on TV, it was a lot of fun. Those 4 guys can brawl all day long. It's going to be fun.
I'm gonna go Super Calo and Pat Tanaka.
Not a bad match. I didn't like the end, though.
The end, yeah, he didn't rotate enough. Calo didn't, but I mean.
Also, I would have liked them to put Cal over a little bit stronger going into a title match.
That's true.
Worst match of the night. Well, you've got some choices, folks.
Well, mine's going to be from Raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to narrow it down because it's literally all the matches on Raw.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to go...
I got it.
What's the third match?
Crush
versus
Crush. That felt
Crush versus Freddie Joe Floyd.
Like 25-minute Iron Man match.
Didn't even go 3.
That match was insufferable. Yes, Crush versus a very talented Tracy Smothers. So if you have a match with Tracy Smothers that's that fucking bad, you are a terrible pro wrestler.
To be fair, it hasn't been good for Freddie Joe Floyd the last few weeks.
Well, I mean, he's a complete enhancement talent.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, this was bad.
I mean, this is god-awful.
Oh, God. Crush is horrible. Crush is god-awful. So, yeah, Crush for Freddie Joe Floyd. Sweep the night on that one. MVP of the night. Corey?
How can you go against the NWO for all the chaos they're doing and the memorable shit that they're creating over on Nitro?
Got a good point there. Joe?
Mine's going to go to Arn. For all those promos they did.
God, those promos were
Arn
great.
cut some very, very good promos.
Yes,
Think
he
about
did.
this, though. The NWO didn't have to get in the building, and they were the most over part of the show.
Here's the thing. And I've had Arn as my MVP a few times the last month or so. And for good reason. His promo work has been out of this world. He's not going to be my MVP tonight. My MVP of the night?
Crush.
No.
Georgia St. Clair.
Who?
I don't know. The guy with Taker's face at the end.
Salvatore Sincere? No.
Same
Georgia St. Clair?
My MVP of the night is Ted DiBiase.
That promo was money.
Also his work outside.
His
With the limo and stuff like that, making it of the way that felt coming off of there. His attacks and that promo is fucking money.
And who knew how fast he could run?
Exactly. That was a hell of a sprint. So yeah, I'm going to go with Ted DiBiase on this one. It hurts me because Arn just killed it on the promos again, but got to give some props to Ted where it's due. He needs some props for that one. The Moadib of the night. I don't think he was on screen long enough for us to actually give him the Moadib.
I wanted to, though.
Where should we go with the Moadib?
Well, there's a plethora of choices on the one show.
Can I say NWO?
Well, you can say whatever you want.
Say it.
You'll sound like an idiot.
Not
Not at first.
I just want to know what Corey's response would be if I did that. Mo dib.
I kind of have a... I'm going to save that for my WTF. Moadib? Okay. My Moadib of the night is going to be Crush. My God.
You crushed it.
How bad is he?
He's my pick. So
this.
Make it 3.
He's terrible.
Holy crap. I would not have believed my eyes if somebody hadn't already timed that match. And you look at the dots on the network, it's so close, it's like, what the fuck? How's it that? I felt like this was an hour. But no, you're shit and deserves to feel bad for that.
You're shit and you deserve to feel bad for
You ain't
that.
no bomb.
Holy fuck. You're shit and you deserve to feel bad.
And with that being said, we must go to Mr. Lessel,
Yep.
as we always do.
Yep.
And we must ask you, what the fuck?
What sucks is I had a good one and I forgot it. But
Jesus Christ.
but I have my backup.
It sounds like WCW over here.
It does. It
But
really does.
it's my backup plan, and it's my backup to every week for Monday Night Raw. WCW is pulling tricks off their ass with this whole NWO thing, and you give me the Stalker, who you give no cred to, just throw him in a match, and then you do a side-by-side with Owen Hart and Pillman. And then your main event is Undertaker versus a jobber.
Yep.
Undertaker versus a jobber.
Yep.
Not like maybe Hunter Hearst Helmsley or
Who?
Exactly. Who? Or who?
You gotta put who in there. It would have made more sense.
Davey Boy. You could have him face Davey Boy, Vader.
No, the camcorder, that's done.
You can't find Hunter Hearst Helmsley with a search party.
Yeah, or anybody other than jobbers. What the fuck, man?
That's a decent what the fuck.
It's like every week.
For an alternate what the fuck, I go to Corey.
It's kind of along the same lines. I was almost a little worried there because I thought I had an original what the fuck. And he kind of skirted around it. My what the fuck is the difference between the two companies right now. On WWF, you have 2 debuts on this Raw. And you just throw the Stalker out there with almost, one vignette last week. No fanfare, no nothing. And then the other guy's in the main event against one of your biggest stars. And you say he's undefeated. What the fuck does that mean when he looks like a jobber? And it's not believable, right? Over on WCW, they had 2 debuts.
Yeah. One guy's going up for a title next week.
Yeah, Super Calo debuts. He's already getting a Cruiserweight title shot. He looks good in his debut. They gave him a credible opponent to work with.
Again, I still wish they would have made him look a little stronger.
And then you debut the amazing French Canadians to an already loaded tag team division. You get in a former WWF tag team champion. You don't call him that or reference that, of course, because the lawsuit's going on right now.
Until fucking Gene screws it up in the promo.
Right? But they're treated legitimately. Yeah, they lost to the team they're facing, but it made sense. The fact that team's getting a tag title shot at the pay-per-view, and there was a plethora of cheating involved.
By everybody.
So they look strong, too. And so, wow. 2 debuts, 2 guys looking at least pretty strong like they belong. 2 debuts on Raw, nobody gives a flying fuck. And, they're not good characters anyway.
That's very true.
That's my what the fuck.
So that leaves me with my what the fuck. And I will be the only person who goes to WCW for the what the fuck. And my what the fuck goes to Team WCW. Prepare your locker room. Okay, guys. I understand what you were trying to do. But spray paint and rain don't really mix very well. That came off horribly. But also, the repeat... Why are you searching the limo again after you already searched the limo the first time? You took the paint out, put it back in, and then took the paint back out? And then you try to spray paint the sopping wet car.
Yeah, okay.
And nothing sticks. And oh, by the way, you're fucked going to the pay-per-view. Just in case you didn't realize
You're going
that.
to lose.
Your team is completely decimated.
Fighting amongst themselves.
Oh, yeah. And the one thing that was holding your company together for the last decade is now going against you.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I think everybody should just turn NWO.
Really? NWO wants everybody?
Well, no. People should want to turn. Invitation only.
I just still can't believe that Sting crossed.
Did they take applications?
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
What's
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey.
What is
Some people have to look out there for their future. Like next week here on No Cell Entertainment when you're going to go to the pay-per-view war stories for 1996 Fall Brawl.
I know everybody.
Okay.
I know for a fact, I was going to call you Jason for some reason, Joe. I don't know why. I don't even know a Jason. But I know you want to go to Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Is that horseman country, baby?
Where presumably there is someone named Jason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't wait to meet this guy.
And of course, we'll bring you the Monday Night War stories next week. With
Neither can I, apparently.
Yeah, there you go.
And Jason.
Yeah.
We'll be coming out of Fall Brawl. What will the ramifications be for the NWO and WCW?
Well, for NWO, I'm foreseeing success.
I don't think so. WCW.
And then, can WWF do anything right?
No.
Because that's their go-home, isn't it?
Yeah, well, if by doing anything right and go home to a pay-per-view, you mean your second-tier announcer turning heel.
Spoilers.
Kevin Kelly? Oh my, not Kevin.
For anybody who had to suffer through Michael Cole in 2011, they didn't start there, folks. They did it 20 years earlier.
Don't do the same spot.
And you can look forward to that here on SoundCloud, on iTunes, on YouTube, and now on NoCellEntertainment.com. Because it's NoCellEntertainment.com. You can like, subscribe, follow, subscribe. Tell everyone you know about No Cell Entertainment.
Tell Jason.
Tell Jason.
Please
No, unless it's Jason. No. Tell Jason Voorhees. We'll happily have him listen to us. That being said, you can also contact us on Twitter at NoCellENT. We're on Instagram at NoCellENT. Snapchat NoCell Podcast. Facebook.com/NoCellEntertainment. Contact us at NoCellEntertainment.com. You can find all this on our contact page at NoCellEntertainment.com. You can also follow us individually on the Twitter. Joe?
At the Dashing 123.
Boo.
Boo!
Wait, hey, what is going on here?
That Twitter handle gets 2.5 stars tops.
I wasn't going to give it that much.
Yeah.
I just changed it. Let's see if this one works. At the Dashing Sheen.
No.
The Dasheen.
Dasheen.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's good.
You can follow me at the Dasheen.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a nice way to do that. For other great Twitter handles, they can follow you, Corey, where?
That kayfabe guy.
And, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at the MacTheMAACK, where I guess I'll put my resume up there and see what happens.
For what?
Oh, just don't worry about it.
For what?
By the way, NWO for life, Joe. I just want you to know that.
I don't... No.
And with that being said, for Producer Zen, for Dashing Joseph Lessel, for the Human Wrestling Database Corey Mack, for the wonderful people of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, we're coming to Horseman Country, baby. Woo! I am the Onitoshi Jeff Mack. Good night.